Fixing your old tattoo or covering your old tattoo. Whenever someone asks me to fix or work on a tattoo done by somebody else, my answer is no. And the reason is not because I cannot do it or I don't think I cannot make it look better. It's because whenever I tattoo something, I take 100% responsibility of the end result. For me, composition is very important. If I have no say in the composition, in the placement of the different elements or other things, I cannot take 100% responsibility. I cannot put my signature on the tattoo. In these cases, what I always say is, as I want to take 100% responsibility on what I do and guarantee it's going to be an amazing piece, I just opt for covering the tattoo up. How do cover up work? First thing I do is see the space around the piece that we want to cover. If the old tattoo is 1/3 of the new tattoo, then we can cover anything. What this means is that if we have old tattoo that's this size and we have an area that's at least 3 times bigger, we can cover anything. And this is because realism, which is the style I do, there's a rule that I call the 1/3 rule, which means that if you look at this wheel, that you need to have 1/3 dark tones, 1/3 light tones, and 1/3 middle tone. What this means is that with the lights and shadow, if we want this object to be 3D or withstand all the years that it has to be in your skin, which is basically for life, we needed to have these basic 3 tonalities. So for a cover up, what I do is that my dark tones that I need to have anyway, an image where all those dark tones are covering the old. You just have to work on the design. Example I have here, you can see the names and the letterings, and you just need a design that uses the dark areas to cover the tattoo you're covering and to take away the attention. This is a concept that's very important. Take away the attention. So if you're covering here, you don't want the focal point of your new tattoo to be here. You want it to be there. Because that way, imagine we are covering a flower, and I say here because I'm going to cover it with a face, and I want to cover it, be a girl looking down, the flower is there, so the main focus is always going to be her eyes, so you're not looking at her neck. I can make that really dark, doesn't matter, because wherever you focus, it's going to go towards that eye. Your focus point will be away from the cover-up area. We can also use the design that you had to create a new one. With this guy, that's a client I have, he's a rock singer, picture of him with white makeup, so we used his tribal to be part of the makeup he would put on his face, emulate rock bands. The other thing you can do is not only use dark tones, you can use like blues or other thick pigments that are really good for cover-ups. The way I work is any cover-up I do, it's going to be in 2 passes. First pass, I lay the foundation, cover it up, but what happens is that after healing, the old tattoo might show up again. So that's why we do a second pass where we do another layering of color, and that way it covers the whole thing up.